Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Sheldon Bartlett-Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is lovely to see you all. I'm glad that you guys are hanging on in there with me. This Is It Network connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through the community in which we support, the content in which we produce, and the real connections in which we provide. I'm so happy that you guys continue to show up for me each and every day as I continue to show up for you. So it's so lovely and wonderful for us to be able to do this together. Each and every morning I provide at 11 o'clock Eastern, I provide a little bit of a morning message to get you guys started throughout the day in hopes that it gives you some perspective on how to stay motivated, not just be inspired in the moment, but to stay motivated each and every day. That is a regiment. It is a thing. And I've gotten myself into it. Today is episode number 131, which is kind of large in and of itself and to even think about. And I'm so excited about the regimen in which I've given myself and, the routine in which I've provided myself. It grounds me for my morning. So I'm spoiled to have all of you join me in this kind of routine of things. I truly believe that staying motivated is kind of like going to the gym. Good morning, Gail. It's kind of like going to the gym. It's kind of like working your mind and your mindset to stay in a specific headspace, similar to the way that you train your body and your physique to be fit and healthy. I think that doing the same thing from a motivational standpoint is important. So coming to you each and every day is what I do, not only for myself, but ideally for all of you. So I hope that you guys are staying motivated. You're staying in a space where you're feeling as if today is going to be a good day. And I know that throughout the day that might change, that feeling might change, but today is going to be a good day. And today I wanted to talk about pressure. Pressure that you might be getting from outside forces, pressure that you might be getting from people that are collecting money, pressure that you might be getting internally, the pressure that we put on ourselves, the pressure that we could probably feel, right? If asked in a significant way, the pressure that if somebody was to describe the way our small businesses is making us feel or the way our journey is making us feel, it's this pressure. It's this something that is sitting on our chest as if there's an elephant foot strategically placed, on our breastbone. It's one of those things. It's the pressure of it. It's the pressure that we put in front of and for ourselves, the pressure to produce for ourselves, for our teams, for our family, the ability or pressure that we have in our space to uphold our own reputations, to make sure that things are better today than they were yesterday, the pressure of it all. And I'm here to tell you that I acknowledge that pressure. I see that pressure. I understand that pressure because I live that pressure. And though I can't necessarily control all the pressure that's being put in my direction, that's being placed in my space, I can control the way I show up for it. I can be a little bit more prepared for it. I can attack it head on as opposed to pretending it's going to go away. Pretending the bill's going to go away or the stress is going to go away or things that aren't working are miraculously going to become fixed. I can attack the pressure of my life by saying that it's not going to control me and it's this moment. It is part of my story. It is not all of my story. And I can look at the day with a better perspective. I am acknowledging the pressure of my life. I'm acknowledging the pressure in a lot of cases that I have taken on. Entrepreneurism is a self-inflicted scenario. Though I'm a prisoner of all that I want, it is self-inflicted. I've decided and made a decision that this is what I'm going to do. I am going to choose to work for myself versus working for someone else. I'm going to choose the road less traveled. And with that road, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure that others put on me in order to deliver. There's a lot of pressure in which I put on myself in order to deliver. There is a lot of pressure. But the one thing that I do that keeps me moving, the one thing that I do that keeps me moving forward in a positive way for myself and for those in my life is acknowledging that pressure, is hitting that pressure head on and saying, okay, I see you. It is not about ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist or waiting for it to feel a little bit more comfortable on the days in which it feels uncomfortable. It's about really addressing it. It's about owning not only the life that I have chosen, but things that I haven't chosen, things that are happening to me that are completely outside of my control, understanding that they put pressure on me as well, and saying, I see it. I get it. We are full of pressures. There is a number of different things that are coming at us on so many different levels, and we are being asked, good morning, Amanda, to be able to step up and rise to the occasion even when we are tired, even when we are exhausted, even if the pressure was not asked for, even if you are not an entrepreneur and you are navigating your life and you just want to be left alone. There is so many pressures in which come at us each and every day. And what we tend to do is we tend to ignore them until the pressure is so heavy that we cannot move, that is so heavy that we can no longer carry it and we collapse. But I want you to be able to address it and put it down, and address it and put it down, address it and put it down, so you're not carrying all of it at the same time, if that makes sense. Usually we compile it. We compile it one on top of the other. We compile it this piece and this piece and this piece and this piece, and then we're forced to carry it all in one literal sprint we call life. And I feel like that is just exhausting. To think about it is exhausting. One pressure on top of the other and one pressure on top of the other until we can no longer bear it. I'm saying pick it up and put it down. Pick it up, acknowledge the pressure that is in your life in front of you. Pick it up, address it, and put it down. Pick it up, address it, and put it down, as opposed to having them all compile on top of each other to the point in which you cannot move forward. There's so much pressure in everything that we've got going on. Those of you that are entrepreneurs, small business owners, executives, representatives, mothers, wives, partners, the pressure is endless and comes from so many different aspects of our lives. And when we ignore it, we add to the pile. When we commiserate about it, we add it to the pile. And then that pile gets heavy and we can no longer take the steps as quickly as we would ideally want to. And the road is so much longer. Because ultimately the pressure doesn't go away. The pressure gets deeper and more aggressive, and on top of it, the whole entire thing, and it becomes a dangerous thing to carry. Right? Because there's no room for anything else. There's no room for all the wonderful things that are going on in your life. You're consumed with the pressure of the things in which you cannot change or the things in which you cannot control, when you ideally should have lifted it up, addressed it, and put it down. Instead, you're choosing to carry it. You're choosing to take it with you on this journey. You're choosing to say, I'm going to bring this with me, and I'm going to punish everybody in my path because I'm tired and I'm stressed. And you can't even address the good things that are coming your way because your hands are filled with the pressure of your life. That is what I'm talking about today. Because some of the pressures that I give myself, please. List upon list, and when I know better, I know that this is not the way that I want to feel, right? I know what it feels like to have an elephant sitting on my chest versus the freedom of releasing that pressure. I know the difference in that feeling. I know how freeing it is to live my life without pressure. And I know what it feels like to live my life with it. And without it, I can move, I can maneuver, I can dance, I can sing, I can enjoy the moment with it. I don't even feel like I can take a step. I don't even feel like I can breathe. Good morning, Linda. So as we address the pressures of our lives, as we look at all of the things that are coming up, look at the businesses that we're launching, the homes that we're building, the schools, courses online or off that we're taking, the students that we're making sure are learning at home and in school, all of the different pressures that are coming your way, I suggest you address them one at a time. You address them and you put them down. You address them and you put them down. Because if you compile them, it is a heavier load to carry. And I don't want you to carry that heavy load. It's exhausting to carry all of those pressures at one time. It's paralyzing. You retreat into a sleeve of Oreos, a gallon of ice cream, or just not getting out of bed at all. But if you take them one step at a time, one pressure at a time, one issue at a time, if you address each pressure at each pressure point, then you can move seamlessly from one to the other. That is at least my hope. And some of you that have countless, endless pressures, maybe two at a time, but addressing all of it at once, being burdened by everything that may weigh you down, will weigh you down. So today, my goal is for you to address the pressures in your life, for you to address them one at a time, check them off one at a time and lighten your load. Focus on what you can control, but address the pressures of those things that you can't control. Look at them head on and say, is this my problem? Does this serve me? Can I get rid of it? Can I give it to someone else? But ignoring it isn't the answer, and allowing for it to pile up equally is not the answer. There's so many outside pressures that I can control and so many outside pressures that I can't control, but all of them are things in which I have to carry. So what does that look like for all of us? Can I address one at a time and then literally chip away at the pressures of my life? I say I can. And I say I will. And I say that's my goal for today. My goal is to say, okay, what is weighing on me? What are things in my life that are weighing on me? What are things that cause me to not sleep easy? And let me address them one at a time. One at a time, not all together, not in a collective conversation. I'm not going to talk to people in which oppose what I am doing and address all of these things. I'm going to address one thing at a time. I'm going to see how I can make that thing better or that thing go away. And I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to address the next thing and I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to address the next thing and I'm going to put it down. And along my journey, my load will become lighter and the pressure will begin to decrease. Because when you feel that pressure, and I know a lot of us know what that means, when you feel the pressure on your chest and you can no longer move forward, it keeps you from actually feeling anything else. It takes the space of joy. It takes the space of feeling good about your journey or what it is you've got going on, because all of the pressures you are carrying have now taken place of where joy would have lived, where accomplishment would have lived, where feeling good about yourself and where you are would have lived. It is being replaced by the pressure that you carry. Now, I'm not saying the pressures are going to go away. And if anything, I'm saying that they are going to come and there's more around the corner, but you can't compile them. It can't just be more pressure on top of more pressure until the point in which you never move forward. It's about looking at the pressure one at a time, looking at it and putting it down. So that's my goal for you today. My goal for you is to look at all the things that ail you. Look at the elephant's foot on your chest and say, how do I address this and get it off? Another one might come along the way, but again, we're not compiling. It's not 2 feet. It's not 3 feet. It's not 4 feet on your chest. We're dealing with one thing at a time. And we're doing that as often as we possibly can so we can lighten our load. My goal each and every day is to give you a little bit of morning motivation, is to be able to have you address what is ailing you in its moment, for you to be not only inspired for one day, but to stay motivated every day. My goal is for you to find your voice, tell your story, no longer whisper your wishes, but in fact, scream your dream. We do that through all that we do here at This Is It Network as we connect remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that through our growing community, the content that we produce, and the real connections in which we provide. I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumor, and this is it. Please find your voice, tell your story, and scream your dream. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern. Please, if you think someone needs this, make sure that you share it with them. People that are carrying pressures that they need to slowly and one at a time put down. Enjoy your day, my friends. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.